Afternoon, YouTube family. My name is Heather Chanice and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing a few of my fragrances that I've been rotating throughout this summer heat that we've been having. The fragrances I chose allows me to feel fresh and clean. I think these are good choices for the high heat that we've been having because these are also long lasting. My scent of the day is Gentle Fluidity Gold. This is a juniper berry, nutmeg, coriander, and musk scent. This actually lasts all day. This is crowd pleasing and I like it for the high heat because it's non-offensive. This is one of the few that I'm going to mention today. Like I said, a lot of these are very non-offensive to be wearing here in this state of Delaware where I'm in. Temperatures have been raising anywhere between 80 to high 90s and sometimes even to almost 100 degrees outside. So I don't want to be the one who likes to wear fragrance on a daily to be very offensive to someone by wearing something that's going to be too cloying in this weather. So I'd rather just wear something that I know will be pleasant, makes me feel fresh and clean, something that I don't have to think about, something I can just grab and go. And most of these that I've chosen do just that. One of the ones that I was a little bit apprehensive about was Gritty Syracusa. I actually pulled the trigger on this one. I was nervous because this one has an almond note in it and I wasn't sure how it was going to do in this high heat that we're having. However, it actually does very well. It's not a photorealistic almond. This is something that's blended to perfection in my opinion. It has almond, vanilla, whipped cream, a little bit of white musk. It says some solar notes as well as some sandalwood. But the kicker is it actually has tiare flower. And tiare flower is known for giving off a tropical vibe. So this is like something that is good, perfect for this weather right now that I can actually just throw on and go and I don't have to think about it. It lasts about 7 to 8 hours on my skin, on clothing a little bit longer lasting. From the House of Gritty, what I'm noticing with the fragrances that I have, they actually last a long time with these fragrances here from the House of Gritty. Moving on to, I'm going to say it is a Inspired House by Perfume Parlor. I wrote on it, it's Tilia. I would rather use this because Marc-Antoine Barrois, if I'm saying it correctly. Tilia is quite pricey, as most of these are quite pricey, but if I can find it in an exact inspired, I'm going to use this first. And this is a nice, fresh, clean, floral, woody scent to me. But it gives off such a pretty vibe. It has jasmine in it. It has orange blossom. It has amberfix, which of course is like ambroxan, which causes it to last long. It has Georgie wood, vetiver, and heliotrope. This is so pleasant. When I say I get so many compliments off of this, Perfume Parlor did their thing on this one. I don't know of another inspired house that does one, but Perfume Parlor, they have my money. Another inspired by Perfume Parlor, which is their version of Wulong Sha. It's called Black Dragon. And Wulong Sha, I actually have the Nishane version of it. I'm almost running out. I need another bottle of it, which is why I'm choosing to use the inspired version of it. Wulong Sha, for this heat that we've been having lately, I find it very comforting to get into the tea fragrances. I think they're befitting for the weather that we've been having. It's something about a good tea fragrance to me on my skin. It projects really well, but it's so soothing to me, refreshing. When you get a nice little cold glass of iced tea, or what's the iced teas, the Arizona iced teas, or even the Lipton teas, the homemade iced teas. And it's like you're sitting on your porch with an ice cold glass of iced tea. Or even mix it with some lemonade, like an Uptown. That's what we call them back in Jersey, an Uptown. I don't know if anybody calls them anything like that. I know in Delaware they call them Arnold Palmers or something like that. But anyway, the vibe that I get when I wear Wulong Sha is as if I'm sitting on my porch and I'm relaxing, watching the trees flow back and forth with a little bit of wind that we do have here in this high heat that we're getting, and just relaxing, just on a cool, breezy day. And it's comforting to me. That's what I get from this. But Wulong Sha has bergamot, mandarin, Letitia, Cuba Bay, oolong tea, nutmeg, fig, and musk. Long lasting. If you've never gotten your nose on Wulong Sha, I encourage you to do so. It's very soothing, calming to me, in my opinion. But for this weather, the tea scents, they're hitting right now. I have a third from perfume parlor. This is a 15 ml. This is theirs is called Odyssey Isle, but it is their version of Memo Paris Itac. And listen, Itac, this to me is a spot on version of it. Of course, fragrance is subjective, but it has the bitter orange, the Szechuan, and the Madagascar pepper in here. But for some reason, I get the red currant, the raspberry, and the jasmine, and it's so fresh. It's so fresh that it doesn't even seem like that there are a lot of fruits in here. It gives off this cool vibe when you spray it on. Matter of fact, I know my scent of the day is Gentle Fluidity, but it gives off, how do I want to, you ever have a cold drink in a can and you pop it open and it gets that fizziness when you first open it up and it just tingles your nose? That's the first thing that I get when I spray Itac. The first of the red currant just hits me in the nose with the orange. So it has bitter orange and it has mandarin orange, and the combination of those three to me is what gives this that fizzy quality. And it gives that fresh and clean feel and vibe that you have. Again, Memo Paris is known for fragrances that are long lasting. I haven't had one that does not last. And Perfume Parlor actually have fragrances that actually last. I do have a few in their extrait, the parfum versions. However, I find that the EDPs last a little bit longer, my opinion. But anyway, moving on. Next one is Initio's Rehab. Argue with me if you want to. I don't care. I like what I like, and I like to smell when I want to smell. However, Rehab in this weather, oh my goodness. It's something about the lavender in this. It doesn't give off how some lavender fragrances can give off like that hospital vibe or that medical vibe that it has, but not this one. The lavender and the cedarwood in this, along with the sandalwood, is really good. For some reason, it's so refreshing to me. This is a calm. I just feel real calm when I wear this. And of course, lavender is calming, duh. But it's like when I wear this and I get wafts, I keep getting wafts of it on a daily every time I put this on, wafts of it here and there. And it actually lasts long because it has guaiac wood, which is oud. So you don't even sense the oud that's in here. Like some ouds, you have that barnyard, funky, stinky oud. But the oud in this is really pleasant. And it just aids to the longevity of the fragrance throughout the day. Again, this is Initio's Rehab. Get your nose on this for the summer, guys. Like everything that I have with me here, I love it. It's just comforting to me. It's just something that I can wear throughout the summer. I don't have to think about these. That's the thing about these. These are fragrances that I can just reach, grab and go, and I don't have to think twice about it. I don't have to worry about where I am. I don't have to worry about if it's going to be offensive to someone. I don't have to worry about whether or not somebody's going to like it because I get compliments on all of these. I want to smell different every day, but I also don't want to feel sticky and sickly sweet with some of these fruity florals or fruity fragrances or fruity musky fragrances will bring you. So I'd rather smell fresh and clean throughout the summer. Another one that gives me the soapy vibes is by Tiziana Terenzi, and this one is called Borelli. This one, I've heard people say there's mixed reviews about this one. However, this smells like I just stepped out the shower and I still smell soapy and I still smell fresh. That's what this gives off to me. This is very long. Well, everything from the house of Tiziana Terenzi lasts long, in my opinion. I haven't had one that doesn't, to be honest with you. But this one right here, a lot of people say this smells like, what is it, plastic doll heads or something? I don't get that. All I get is a clean, soapy vibe. But like I said, fragrance is subjective. Everybody has their own opinion about different things, but to me, I just get clean soap florals. That's what it is, clean soapy florals. I get the frangipani. Of course, this is also an aldehydic fragrance. You get your ylang ylang, your Bulgarian rose. You have your Madagascar vanilla, your sandalwood in here. You have lily of the valley. You have mandarin. But again, I just get a clean soapy vibe. So if you're looking for something that you just want that fresh out of the shower feel and you just want to smell clean all day, Borelli by Tiziana Terenzi. There is one that I did not have listed here. Honorable mention is MFK 724. That's another aldehydic scent, fresh out the shower, clean scent, soapy vibe. Totally different from this one, but I love that one as well. I've been wearing that one on a repeat consistently throughout this high heat that we've been having here. Another fragrance, which is another good tea scent, is Valentino Green Extravaganza. This is your Lapsang Souchong tea, jasmine and vanilla scent. It still has the Donna Born Aroma DNA on the dry down, in my opinion. However, I get the tea throughout the life of the fragrance. And this is so crowd pleasing. It's non-offensive, just like Donna Born Aroma. However, because those are more on the heavy vanilla side of things, I would not wear those. Maybe the original, the OG Donna Born Aroma. I also have extra dose, which I definitely will wait on a little cooler day, like maybe 80s or something, to wear that. But in the high heat, like the 90s, like we've been having, this is your fresh, clean tea scent that I would recommend having. Donna Born Aroma, very long lasting as well. I haven't had a Donna that doesn't last. I did hear that Coral Fantasy is one that doesn't last as long, but I'm not sure. But however, I think Coral Fantasy to me is a little bit on the sweeter side. So therefore, I personally would not wear that in, like I said, the high heat that we've been having. We've been hitting upper 90s and things like that. But that's just my opinion. And I'm not sure. I haven't even smelled Yellow Dream yet. That is so weird. Out of all the Donna Born Aromas, I haven't smelled Yellow Dream. I haven't smelled, I want to say the gold one. I'm not even for sure what that is. But I got my nose on these, even with the travels. Valentino Green Extravaganza. Give it a shot. One of the ones that I had in my collection for a while and I hadn't been wearing it because I actually was afraid of how it would perform, because I've heard mixed reviews on that. This one is no other than Parfums de Marly, Meliora. As you can see the dent, because I started wearing it this year. With this one, what I noticed, well, let me go through the notes first before I tell you that. So you have in here, and I'm reading it because this is a tester bottle. Excuse me. You have raspberry, red berries, lemon essence. You have ylang ylang rose, jasmine tea as well. And then you have vanilla, musk. You have cedar, and what is this? It says, that's it. What I noticed about Meliora, this needs the heat in order to work. For some reason, I sprayed this on my skin. Yes, you can smell it in the house. You get the whiffs of it or what have you. But I noticed when I stepped outside in the heat with this, the heat activated it. It was something in this that said, you know what? It's high temperature. I'm here. This one spoke its presence. Let it be known that it was here. That's the type of fragrance that I want. Even though this is a fruity floral, however, it still has a clean aspect to it because of the tea. And a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people recognize the tea that's in here, but there is a tea note inside this. And like I said, when you step out in the heat with this, it activates, it radiates off your skin, and it gives a fresh, especially with the breeze. And it's like, ooh, what's that? Oh, you smell fruity, but clean. I like this. I do not have a backup bottle of this one, but guess what? As of today, I will. You see my dent in this one. I need a backup. This is a must for spring and summer, especially high heat. No doubt, 100% approve in my opinion. Last but not least, I have 2 backup bottles of this in addition to the one I'm getting ready to show you. And this is Valaya by Parfums de Marly. The dent is denting for real. This has mandarin, it has bergamot, you have white peach, you have your vetiver, you have orange blossom, you have your ambrox and your akigala wood, which is also another form of oud, and vanilla. This, we already know. A lot of people find this a little screechy and a little cloying, but in this high heat, this performs. This is in the room before I get there, and this is outside the room when I've left. Excuse me, still in the room when I've left. There's no doubt about it. Yes, I have the exclusive version as well, which has the almond in it. That one to me is a little bit more powderier. Is that a word? I don't know. It's a word today. But anyway, that one gives off a more subtle vibe. And it still performs like the original version here, like the bigger sister here. It still performs. However, it's just a little bit more subtle. It's a little bit more crowd pleasing. Whereas this one, it lets you know it's here. You put it on, it's not going anywhere. It hugs you and it's not letting you go. And this is letting someone know, look, I'm here to, and I mean business. Valaya, quick little story. I was at work the other day. Everybody knows I work at a prison system. And one of the officers actually was following me. I work on a compound. I'm supervisor of one of the units on the compound. And followed me and literally was sniffing me. Ooh, what's that? I kid you not. A couple days later, he was like, oh yeah, I remember on this date and time where we were working at and walking at, and you had this on. He was like, I don't know what it was, but it was a fruity, musky, and it was good. And he was like, so you have to tell me what it was. And I'm sitting here and it didn't dawn on me that he was the one that was following me on the compound. It was Valaya. Yes, this will get you compliments. I've been told that when I wear that, well, actually a few of these, that they know that I was at work that day because I've left a serious scent trail. And none of these, I do not overspray them. I don't have to overspray any of these. They just perform well. And it also, performance goes along with your skin chemistry as well. And a lot of people, they'll tell you, oh, it doesn't last. It doesn't last. What's your routine? Your routine should consist of showering, putting on a very good moisturizer, as well as maybe a butter, a oil, and then putting your fragrance on top of that. So you have to have a routine. And once you start getting into your routine of your fragrance journey, then your skin chemistry starts to adapt. It's like hair training. Is if you now have curly hair and you had some straight pieces, but the more you keep doing your hair, you train your hair to become and conform to something else. Same exact thing. You want to train your skin to absorb moisture, to keep the moisture. And then you want to train the skin to have the fragrance on it to help it envelop itself on your skin. Those are things that you have to do. But all in all, you guys, thank you for watching. If there's anything else that you want to hear from me, leave me a comment down below. I have no problems with letting you know how I feel about a fragrance over here. We give good vibes over here. We give honest opinions about certain fragrances. I think my next video, someone said that they wanted me to do an overview of my fragrance collection. That will take a couple of hours. Not for sure. I organize them by houses. I'm not a frequent flyer of how they do it by color. I'm not doing all that. Mine are in order by fragrance houses. But until next time, I'll think about it. Maybe I might just do a little snippet of it, of a few. And I'll talk to you again. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you've tested any one of these. And let's get a conversation going, guys. Talk to you later. Peace.